Hello everyone, welcome to my video. So today in this video we'll be studying about the topic ray optics. Now before we study this, we have to study some other topics, or we can say that we have to study other subtopics. But before studying that, we will be coming on the introduction part. Now myself Prashant Singh, today I'm here with an education video that will surprise you a lot and will help you a lot. Now here we have a to-do list. Now here we have to complete what is light, refraction of light, laws of refraction and Snell's law in this video only. Now let's come on our first topic, that is what is light. Light is a form of energy which makes things visible, or we can say that light is a form of energy which makes the sensation of visibility. Now as we have heard a lot that heat is a form of energy and sound is a form of energy, light is also a form of energy. This form of energy always travels in a straight path. Now light has reflection. By means of reflection, we have the statement that when a ray of light or when a ray of light touches or hits an opaque object, the ray of light bounces back, which causes the law of reflection. Now the light of beam that strikes the opaque object is the incident ray, and the bouncing back of the bounced back of light is the reflected ray. This is a normal, this is a plane surface, that is a mirror. the, Here we can see that the angle of incidence is always equals to the angle of reflection. By this the normal ray divides these angles, and the incident ray and the reflected ray. Coming on to our next topic, that is refraction of light. Now with this statement we can see that the bending of ray of light when it travels from one medium to another is called as refraction of light. There is a major change in wavelength of the light when the refraction takes place. Here in these two paragraphs we have these statements: bending of ray of light and wavelength. Now why these two only sentences or phrases are important is that by this we can make a statement that the bending of ray of light from one medium to another medium is known as refraction of light. When the refraction takes place, there is a change in the wavelength of the light, that is, the velocity decreases and the dispersion of the lights also occurs. Now here we have the angle of incidence. This is the incident ray, this is a reflected ray. Now here we have medium 1 and medium 2. There are many cases that from when a ray of light enters medium 1, the refracted ray travels away from the normal or towards the normal. This is a ray that is traveling away from the normal, and this is a ray that is traveling towards the normal. Now this medium 1 can be rarer or denser. What I mean by this is that, let us take the examples air and water. Now as we all know that water is denser than air, so we can see that water is denser than air and air is rarer than water. The ray of light always enters from the rarer medium, that is, here we can see that it is entering from the rarer medium, that is air, and leaving from the denser medium, that is water. Now coming on to our next topic, that is laws of refraction. There are two very important laws of refraction. The first law is that the incident ray, the normal ray and the refracted ray lie on the same plane. Let's give an example. The incident ray and the refracted ray and the normal always lie on the same plane. Now this is a plane, these all are lying on the same plane. Now this law is important, as we can say that if this refracted ray is not lying on the plane, then the refraction of light may not take place and will not take place. Our next law is that for a given pair of medium, the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to sine of the angle of refraction is constant. What I mean by this statement is that the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction will be constant, that is, sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction equals to mu. This is constant. Now coming on to our next topic, I hope you understood till now. This is the most important, Snell's law. What we studied back there was the Snell's law. That is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence and the angle of refraction is equal to constant. That is, we can say that sin I by sin R equals to mu. I wrote this wrong, let me correct it. Is equals to mu. I wrote it, wait, equals to mu. Now this is constant. Why is this constant? As we studied back there, the incident, the normal and the refracted always lie on the same plane. So this, by vertical opposite angles, we can say that this is the angle of incidence. Now angle of incidence minus angle of refraction will give us the angle of deviation. That is, we can write as delta or D. This angle of deviation tells that how much the refracted ray or the incident ray is deviated from the normal. Now in this case, we can't identify as the measures of the angle of incident and the angle of refraction is not given, but we can if it is given. Now this mu is also known as the refractive index. What I mean by the refractive index is that how much the light is refracted in a given pair of medium is known as the refractive index. Now from this we can say that we have completed all our topics, that are what is light, refraction of light, laws of reflection, and laws of refraction, and Snell's law. We have completed all of that. Thank you and have a nice day.